Yeah, I have to say, without a doubt, you can hear PSK31 going on right now. Without a doubt, putting those RFI suppressors, the toroids on all these wires. This is 20 meters right now at about 10 o'clock at night. I'm running just about an S5. I mean, it's like, and then I got right here, see, that's, I don't know what data mode that is, but you can hear it. And then PSK31, some CW. Some voice. And I did figure out how to make these speakers sound better. I think I mentioned this in another video, but I'll mention it again, is I went ahead and just did a slight boost here to give it a little bit more volume. And this is all without the noise canceller. I'm not even using this. I've actually found that I don't need it anymore. It's so weird. I mean, I shouldn't say that. There's still times I need it, but let's go check out 40 meters. Let's change this to upper sideband. So FT8. It's a little noisy, but you can hear it. Something else in there. Hey, I could actually do CW with this guy. He's slow. Okay, I need to get my key hooked up so I could actually do this. This would be cool. Let's go up here. Anyway, as you can see, it's nice. Wow. Look at all that. Let me try to find a place where there isn't something going on. So we're running about an S6 right now on 40 meters. That's without the noise canceller. And you notice there's a few spikes in here that might be noise, but for the most part, it's signal. Let's go to 80 meters. Let's see how it sounds. Let's do 60. I can never find anything on 60. To be fair, I don't even know what specific frequencies are for 60 meters, but I usually can't even hear this. I think that's probably military or something. I don't think that's the right frequency. But the point is, let's see what's out here. Whoa, FT8 on 60 meters? I have never heard FT8 on 60 meters here. Ever. Even though it's still around an S7 at these lower bands, like I say, 30 and up, it dropped easily too, from S7 to about S5. On 40 and below, it's still around S7, but I can still hear so much more that I couldn't hear before. Guess that's all I hear right now is just basically FT8. Let's go to 80 meters. Again, I'm floating around F7, almost at S8. Let's see what we can hear. Let me tune it actually. That might help. It's storming outside, so a lot of static crashes. It's a little noisy. I'm looking for a PSK. I don't know where PSK would normally hang out on this band. But let's see what we can do with this noise. Now that we've got all the main noise out, let's see how the radio does with noise blocking. That's the wideband. As you can tell, it's not really doing anything. Let's do the normal. It's a lot choppier. Let's turn it off. Turn it on. All right. That does help it. Now let's go. Gain's probably higher than it needs to be. So 80 meters hurting today, and we'll finally go to 160, which was the least helped by all this. Let's see, lower sideband. Why is it so quiet? You can hear noise. Let's try to get rid of that now with the noise canceller. So I did that with the noise canceller. So it's coming in really good with this. Static crashes me. Let's try some of their noise reduction. Let's see how it does. Now, of course, no one's talking.
Did you, Dave, is telling about lung, what was this, what's the word? The problem with your lung after this tissue. Yeah, that caused.
Now let's turn it all off. It's not perfect, but let's turn it all off. That's with it all off. Then we'll turn it back on. Now I don't know how you can actually hear that through the camera, but it's a little gargly, but I'm actually able to make out every word that he's saying, and it's not just straining. I normally don't like normal noise reduction because it makes it sound really worse than just listening to the interference. That's pretty significant. Even with all that, when there's no talking, we're still running about an S7 on 160 meters. I'm going to look into a beverage antenna or something and see what I can do to get this even better. But this is cool because this is actually enjoyable. In all fairness, if you watch the other videos I made about this radio, I could probably hook up, now that I know what to do with these toroids, and wrap them around the antenna wire for RFI suppression. I think that honestly, I would get pretty close to this results on my 891, but not quite, because the noise blinker, I am definitely using the noise blinker right now in addition to the noise canceller from MFJ, and the noise blinker on this Flex is phenomenal compared to the one on 891. The 891 is kind of junk. The 7300 one was okay, but there was a lot of things it couldn't take care of. The noise blanker on this, not the wideband noise blanker, that doesn't seem to help me at my location, but just the normal noise blanker on the Flex seems to help me a lot, but still not as good as the MFJ noise canceller. That's all changed now that I've removed a lot of noise by putting these toroid RFI suppressors in line.
This Gracie thought it was funny. I want to buy a sewing machine. She said, "What do you want a sewing machine for?" I said, "I got this."
It's pretty good.
So I bought a Brothers sewing machine. I think it's Brothers. That's what I got.
So you can see, this is the noise I'm getting.
Oh, I see it. I finally had to get down close enough to see the work. My goodness.
And then I turn that back on. But there's still a little bit left I couldn't get out. So I got these on to help. Oh, wait a minute. So you hear it helps get rid of the static crashes. And then, like I say, if I turn this thing off, let's turn it all back on. So anyway, I'm really pleased. Since they sent me the radio, like I say, I figured out in another video, my quick tip, I figured out how to get around the keyboard issue, which is a bug, but I think it's a Windows bug. I haven't had an issue yet with it losing its presets, so the other radio might have actually been defective. But between that and getting everything lined out here, I've got a new receive-only antenna coming that I'm going to use for my MFJ, and I'll be putting the mag loop secondary as a second receive antenna, so then I'll be able to use stereo headphones. These aren't stereo headphones to listen and use the diversity listening. That should even give me more of an edge, but I still want to see what I can do to get that noise level down. I'm hoping that I still got to get this installed. I was going to do that today and I didn't, but I'll get that installed tomorrow. But yeah, this is really exciting. I have not heard PSK 31 for 3 years. I mean, literally, I heard it for like the first 6 months or so here at this location, and then I could never hear it again. Noise changed, had problems with transformers, everything else, and then I moved downstairs, which I was probably getting RFI, whatever the case may be. I have not heard the signals I am hearing now, and this is really, really awesome. So definitely, I really highly recommend, without a doubt, just order the kit, Palomar kit. Get the HF ones because they're designed to take care of all the frequencies, in that whole range. I think it goes from 3 to 60 or something. I went ahead and put the toroids everywhere I could put them anyway, but I don't have any common mode issues with my antenna. It is ladder line. I did test that. It's really easy. You look at your noise level on antenna, you can see it's probably going to be really low. Then you connect just the center pin without the sleeve, and you see where your noise level is, and then you connect your shield. And if you connect your shield and the noise level increases, and that will mean you have an issue with common mode RFI. So what you want to do is then, this company sells a thing that can go right in your coax right here by your radio to help remove that. You can also get one that you can put up by your antenna. Just depends on, I would almost put it by the radio, but that's just me. That may not be, talk to them. They can tell you what they would recommend, but I would recommend that if you're using coax and not a ladder line. And like I say, I've got this for me, for my ladder line, and this is just a surge, which I am grounded, and when I wasn't grounded completely, I was getting shocks, even when I'm not transmitting, and so that wouldn't be good for a radio. But this is to make sure you just don't have static buildup in your antenna getting into your radio.